Hi Leah, welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to my cross-watchers. Cross-watcher, you could be dealing with a Leo. Maybe the message is for you. Feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind, these are general and timeless readings. All my information is down below in the description box as always. I've got my website link, Instagram handle. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thank you for all the ways you've been here and supported the channel. Let's jump in. Okay, we've got the ethers. We've got the unconscious and a myth. That's perfect. Okay. So there could be some ethers is like whatever dimension, fifth dimension or whatever you guys. I don't typically talk about that stuff. I don't know why, but I am specifically talking about it here. Ethers, it's actually more of a yogic term, ethers, and it can talk about like if we were to put this on a spectrum or a vibration, like it'd be like gamma rays. Like you can't really see the energy. Like, you know, you have all these different wavelengths of energy, and gamma is the one that your physical eyes is not able to pick up on. That's kind of what we're talking about with ethers in this situation, which makes me think that you're kind of like deliberating here on a myth, something that you thought was a myth, and maybe you're questioning things or thinking about it. The unconscious here, so you could feel like there's either a part of you waking up, okay, or maybe there's someone that you feel like you're dealing with who's unconscious, which means to me like you think they're asleep in some way, or they're not like aware of something that you are. Good. Okay. That's beautiful. Okay, so this will be kind of your process. It unfolded perfectly. So it looks like right now you're just being asked to have faith in some kind of situation. And seek protection. You are protected, but you could, maybe the situation you're dealing with, you have to have faith that you're protected by like the divine or energetically. And this also could be this faith process too, because you could be cleansing, and this could be bringing more happiness to your life or situation. And looks like it's going to be some kind of vibrational change if you choose to do that. So you're either making the change in cleansing, or someone else in your environment is. So there's an emphasis on that. Maybe you're focusing on that in some way in your life. It could just be cleansing your life of relationships, or it could be a health thing. It's spring, so, well, at least for Northern Hemisphere peeps. All right, we've got the Emperor in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles. They're in the center, which I think I'm going to say is you. I feel like something in your life is still in the process of developing, because this is very much like you're going through lessons and development right now, and the Emperor reverse is kind of like you haven't stepped into your full power. That could be, whether that's you guys are masculine or feminine, it really doesn't matter. You just could be very aware that right now, like, you might have financial and codependencies that you're still dealing with. Like, maybe you have a boss, you don't really like them, or you're dealing with some kind of older masculine that you feel like I said, that could be a boss or a father or someone that you still feel like dependent on. But I feel like you could have tried to create separation from this person. Four of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, we have the Lovers. I love this Lovers card so much. It's so pretty. Dancing. Masquerade. I don't know. I love these cards. Okay. Wow, the Empress is in reverse. What's going on there? We have the Seven of Wands. The Lovers. And the Empress is in reverse. Eight of Wands is in reverse. Everything's just like upside down here. And then let's grab the last two. Wow, that came right out. Wheel of Fortune is in the upside down. Okay, it's possible. It's possible. Don't get tied up on the timeline of this. And like I said, this is not going to be for all of you. So definitely, this could just be for one Leo out there. So definitely don't get too tied up in this situation. All right. I feel like what could be going on here is right now you could be trying to develop something at this time with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, like it's like you're consistent with something, and your Knight of Pentacles is honestly one of the best energies. It can feel frustrating at times, but whatever you're building, the persistence that you have to keep doing it, that eventually you're going to get a breakthrough. But you always have to kind of like move with the fluctuations and not be too rigid, because I wonder if you're kind of fluctuating back and forth between this Emperor reverse and the Knight of Pentacles reverse. But this could be a masculine in your environment that you could feel like they're controlling in some way. And you might be feeling like it's hard to fully get the peace of mind that you need. But I can see Seven of Wands. I like this Seven of Wands much better than all the other decks, because it's like definitely has a different meaning to it. And we have the Three of Swords. And there's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Huh. Okay. So, and I'm just going to throw this out there because sometimes this can straight up talk about like mother, father. Or it's just like there's a strong emphasis around that. And, alright. So, some of you guys, there could be issues going on between this Empress and Emperor. They could argue a lot. There could be, they're together though. The Lovers is like, boom, that is a very strong partnership. Like, but it's got Gemini energy to it. So these people just mirror each other back and forth. And this could be like really conflicting to deal with. I feel like you've already known it. And you could even, when you interact, like, it's like you have to do so many energetic things to keep your energy from getting sucked into this. Because it's just so highly influential in some way. Like the mirroring and whatever happens. Like, and I just feel like there's more awareness that's growing around this. And you could feel like, maybe you even feel like something kind of goes in the reverse when you deal with these people or with the situation. Like there's an element of your life, and pretty much what's happening, you can see something that it just kind of like, that could have been why you felt like you had to make a significant change or you had to go through a disconnection. Because I feel like these people right now are struggling a lot with being independent in some way. And you have to be very cautious about how you deal with this and keeping your energy protected. Like protection is all over the place. And maybe there's even another situation that you're thinking of going toward because you feel like you're dealing with people that are unconscious in some way, that they refuse to look at an area of their life that you grew and you developed it. Like, you figured out, like, okay, I have to do this if I'm going to be a freaking normal human down the road. And that was the thing that you continued to focus on. But you have people in your environment in some way that didn't do that. They haven't focused on those things. And I do think that when you're around them, it's like you see this as a solidified energy, but you could feel like, whoa, there's a lot of issues there. And there's just this Nine of Pentacles. Like, you have to stay cautious, because I wonder if this becomes too draining for you, that it could actually affect your independence. And I feel like you're concerned about that. This Three of Swords is in the upright, so, and there's 3 court cards, so it's definitely at the very least talking about 3, maybe 4. For those of you, you could be in a relationship or a partnership, but I just feel like there's some concerns here about the choices that you need to make, or the next moves that you have to make, because like these 2 energies are really affecting like you in some significant way. They're either together or they're just somewhere in the environment, and this could be like really painful. 3 of Swords is like, this is internalized, and it's something that comes up. You could be like, there's just things that you pick up energetically, that there's like pain underneath the surface, and maybe it's unacknowledged, but it's still there, and you pick up on it. And the way that it gets expressed, I almost feel like, is when you come into the dynamic, you could even feel as though there's subtle hints of triangulation that happen. Doesn't even matter what, if this is romance, or it doesn't even have to involve that. It just feels like you feel like you either get put on one of 2 sides of this dynamic. So let me name a couple ways that this can be expressed. Is either you're dealing with these 2 people, and sometimes in a really messed up way, the way that they come closer together is actually by them projecting at you the stuff that they're not doing to take care of themselves. And then, and look how it gets you moving, because you could be noticing that you've got to make some change in your life, or you've got to better your situation in some significant way. But it could be this process here that you've got to go through. Like, look at the leap. Like, that's a full-on quantum leap. So that looks like energetically what this is fueling you up for. Because previously you could have felt like it was challenging to do so for whatever reason, whatever the reasons were, but you'll feel more motivated to do so. So that's what I was going back to, those scenarios that could present themselves. So this is unexpressed stuff. So these people, if they're struggling with their self-care, like, let's just leave it very simple like that. These people could be dealing with health issues, or it's even coming up as like expressions in their personality, and it always comes to this point, and it's like you can't even deny it at this point anymore, that if it affects you. 3 of Swords. But I know you guys are all in different situations, and you have to just kind of like either push through it, and the perseverance with the Knight of Pentacles can say if it has like a slow moving tie to it. Either you have some kind of financial strain, or like a financial commitment that you have that you feel like will take time to develop, that it will go into a more stable place for you, or where you'll have more independence and freedom. And I do think that you will eventually have that. But for right now, like, dealing with this situation, saying 9 of Pentacles reverse, like, this somehow like puts challenges into your independence. maybe there are just straight up codependencies here. What was the other expression I was going to say? So the first one was two people in a toxic way. It's different when a couple is like, you know, protecting themselves from some kind of outward source. Like, couples do that, and that's healthy. That's good. Like, making sure that nothing comes in and disturbs the relationship dynamic. This is not that dynamic. Like, this is, like I said, it's either two people that they fight all the time, but then whenever you come around, you, like, feel this pain internally by what's going on with these people or the way that they're acting, and then you want to, like, make changes, or maybe this causes you even to get defensive because, like, internally you're sensing this stuff, and then sometimes it can come out in, maybe Eight of Wands reverse can be negative communications, negative conversations that are taking place. This is a lot of, like, I would say Eight of Wands in the reverse is impulsivity, like saying things without thinking, and then it just causes all these issues and this pain. And then you have to apologize because you don't want it to, like, affect people. So that could be the recommendation, to keep that in mind if you want to move into this fiery energy, because I can see that there's, like, this tendency here that it feels so slow moving in some way that this fire will kick on within you, because you guys are a fire sign. So there can be this, like, oh, I want to get this moving, and that could be even, like, coming out as an expression with your communications. So be conscious of the different ways that these two people, like, maybe there's just a lot of manipulation going back and forth between these two. And do what you can to protect your energy, especially if there's a tendency to get in the middle, because the Three of Swords, like I talked about, it can be kind of like, oh, they're on my side. You know, they're on my side. And that is completely not okay. And so try to keep yourself out of those dynamics as much as possible to keep the peace, but more importantly, to keep your energy protected. Okay. Let me dive into the extended. I'll see whatever else wants to come out about this. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, see it over there. But Leo, if this is where we leave things, sending you so much love, wishing you all the very best. See you in your next reading. Take care.